Checkpoint 6B, multiplying polynomials and solving equations with parentheses. Polynomials can be multiplied, changed from the area written as a product to the area written as a sum by using distributive property or generic rectangles. To solve equations with parentheses, first multiply to remove the parentheses, then solve in the usual way. Example 1. Multiply -5 times the quantity -2x plus y. So they multiplied -5x times each of these. So -5x times -2x, and then -5x times y. Now -5x times -2x, you have two negatives, so those become positive. 5 times 2 is 10, and hopefully you remember from Algebra 1 that x times x will give you x squared. For the second part, you have -5, and then x times y merely gives you xy. So your final answer is 10x squared minus 5xy. Example 2. Multiply the quantity x minus 3 times the quantity 2x plus 1. Although the distributive property may be used for this problem and for other more complicated ones, it is beneficial to use a generic rectangle to find all the parts. So you'll see, they took x minus 3 and wrote those each on side of the rectangle, and then 2x plus 1. They then multiplied everything inside. So -3 times 2x gives me -6x. X times 2x gives me 2x squared. -3 times 1 is -3. And x times 1 is x. They then combined the like terms. 2x squared is by itself since it has no like term. -6x plus x gives you a -5x. And then -3 also has no companion, so he just comes out. So your final answer is 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. Example number 3. Solve x times the quantity 2x minus 4 equals 2x plus 1 times the quantity x plus 5. So the first thing we do is we have to multiply. X times 2x gives me 2x squared, and x times -4 is -4x. The next thing we need to do is when you multiply using rectangles, you get 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. Now when you subtract 2x squared from both sides, they wind up canceling each other out. So now I have -4x equals 11x plus 5. I then subtract 11x from both sides, giving me -15x equals 5, and then divide both sides by -15. The -15s leave me with an x, and 5 divided by -15 reduces to -1/3. For part A, they wanted you to distribute 2x times the quantity x plus 3. 2x times x is 2x squared, and 2x times 3 is 6x. For part B, they want you to multiply the quantity x minus 3 times the quantity 3x plus 2. -3 times 3x is -9x. X times 3x is 3x squared. -3 times 2 is -6. And x times 2 is 2x. When you combine your like terms, 3x squared, -9x plus 2x gives you a -7x, and then -6 is your final answer. For part C, you want to solve equations. So we have 4y minus 2 times the quantity 6 minus y equals 6. First we distribute. -2 times 6 is -12, and -2 times -y is +2y. Next, we combine our like terms. 4y plus 2y is 6y, minus 12 equals 6. You add 12 to both sides, which gives you 6y equals 18. When you divide both sides by 6, you get y equals 3. Now for part D, you have x times the quantity 2x minus 4, and 2x plus 1 and times the quantity x minus 2. When you use your rectangles, as we showed you before, you'll get 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. On the other side, x times 2x is 2x squared, and x times negative 4 is negative 4x. When you subtract 2x squared from both sides, they cancel out, leaving you with negative 4x equals negative 3x minus 2. You add 3x to both sides, which gives you negative x equals negative 2. And when you divide both sides by negative 1, you get x equals 2. Let's look at some examples. Now notice for the directions, for numbers 1 through 4 in your homework packet, you're only going to multiply. And then for 5 through 10, you'll actually be solving. So for number 1, we have 2x times the quantity x minus 1. So you're going to distribute. Oops, we're actually not doing number 1, we're doing number 2. So we have the quantity 2x minus 5 times the quantity x plus 4. So I have 2x minus 5, and I have x plus 4. And again, we're multiplying. 2x times x is 2x squared. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. 2x times 4 is 8x. And 2x times 4 is, and negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. So I have the terms 2x squared plus 8x minus 5x equal plus minus 20. So now when you combine your like terms, 8x minus 5x is 3x. So I have 2x squared plus 3x minus 20. We're going to jump down to number 9, where we'll be solving an equation. So the first thing you need to do for number 9 is we have to distribute. 5 times x is 5x, and negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. On the other side, negative 2 times x is negative 2x, negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. So now we combine our like terms. 2x minus 5x will give us negative 3x. So now we need to get x by itself. If we add 3x to both sides and add 6 to both sides, the x's cancel. Negative 20 plus 6 is negative 14. Negative 2x plus 3x gives us x. Now, of course, because we want to be strong, studious students, we need to go back and check our work. So we're going to take negative 14 and substitute it wherever we see x in the original equation. And I had to do this under number 1. So I have 2 times negative 14 minus 5 times negative 14 plus 4 equals negative 2 times the quantity negative 14 plus 3. So first we do our parentheses. Negative 14 plus 4 is negative 10, and negative 14 plus 3 is negative 11. Next, we're going to do some multiplication. 2 times negative 14 is negative 28. Negative 5 times negative 10 becomes a positive 50 because it's a negative times a negative. Negative 2 times negative 11 is 22. When you add negative 28 plus 50, you get 22 is equal to 22, which means that you have the correct answer. I hope that helps you out, and you can go back and do numbers 1, and then 3 through 8, and number 10. Again, if you have any questions, you are always welcome to email me at mbrenner@d131.org.